Hi, I'm the Book Guy. This month I've been looking at fantasy books that were set outside of Europe, over a course of 8 books. I decided on this theme because I just wanted to include more diversity among the authors that I was reading from, but I ended up learning a lot more than I expected. Here's a few things I learned. Number 1, traveling and reading both teach us to think beyond our culture. I'm fortunate to have been able to travel a lot in my life. Alright, I can hear you asking for photos, I'll put them up.
No one wants that.
I learnt a lot from going to other countries. I learned to be open-minded, not to fear new experiences, or to fear new ways of thinking. And reading these books have taught me the same lessons. So if you don't have the means to travel the world, you probably do have the means to read books that are set in other countries. And they will teach you the same lessons. That this world is so much bigger than the little corner we live in. Number 2, reading diverse voices teaches us empathy. We've heard from 3 voices this month that speak from different cultures. These are not voices I hear in my day-to-day life. My circle of friends don't include people from Nigeria or of Islamic faith. Because of these books, I've been hearing stories from new places, and it's been teaching me empathy and understanding and compassion for the lives that they live and the challenges that they face. Reading can sometimes confront us with important issues. Okay, this one really surprised me. I knew I was going to have to research war crimes for talking about the Poppy War. But then the Daevabad trilogy talked about Jerusalem and the Middle Eastern civil unrest, and then Blood and Bone talked about police brutality and slavery. I don't know about you, but I had to read some Dresden Files during the month just to take the edge off. But yes, these stories all confronted heavy issues. Why is that? Is that because they're stories from other countries or because the authors are women? I don't know, and I don't want to stereotype, but by some coincidence, all of these stories had a common theme of confronting real-world problems. It has been challenging to read, and challenging to talk about it online while being sensitive and tactful as best as I can. Yet overall, I'm grateful that this monthly theme allowed me to explore and learn about issues that I otherwise would not be as aware of. Number 4, fantasy outside of Europe is some of the best fantasy there is. I think as readers we can often read within a box. We choose to read whatever booktubers talk about, or whatever book stands out at the bookstore, or whatever's trending. We don't necessarily go looking for unusual books. But when you do, you will find absolute top quality writing. All 3 series I've discussed this month have won a ton of awards and demonstrated incredible talent for storytelling. I hope that inspires you, as it has me, to read more books outside of my normal habits. Number 5, there is so much more mythology across the world. In fantasy, we see a lot of English mythology or Western European mythology. That is the norm. I know people went nuts with praise for The Witcher, praising it for having such unique world building. But there are so many books set across the world that have original mythos that is totally new and exciting. We should be willing to go out and explore these strange new worlds and redefine our understanding of what fantasy can be. Number 6, reading brings people together, which is technically something you would have learned from the traveling and reading, but I'm making it its own point, so don't judge. When you travel and read, you realize that everywhere you go, people are the same. We are all human, and we all absorb naturally the culture that we live in. Yet the more places you go, and the more new people you meet, the more likely you are to realize that we are all individuals. Reading teaches us how to see the individual within the culture. It makes us realize that the things that divide us are not as big as we thought. It can also humble us if we thought that our culture and our way of life was inherently superior. Every culture has strengths and weaknesses, and there's a lot we can learn from in interacting with other ways of life. Number 7, we should go looking for diverse stories. I believe that if you don't actively search for diverse stories, we will naturally read the same stories that feel familiar. We stand in the sandbox, in our comfort zone, and read stories like our own. Instead, I've learned the importance of hopping on board the Enterprise and deliberately going on a mission to seek out new life and new civilizations. If you only read what other people tell you to read, you won't grow. So choose new stories and explore for yourself. You'll be glad you did.